The digital vault securing your entire life is under attack. Right now, nation-states and massive hacking syndicates are scraping petabytes of encrypted data off the internet. They cannot read it today, but they are stockpiling it for tomorrow. Cybersecurity experts call this strategy harvest now, decrypt later, and the ticking time bomb threatening to unlock all of this stolen data is the quantum computer. We rely entirely on classical encryption to protect our most sensitive information. We use it for banking records, secure military communications, and decentralized cryptocurrency networks. Most common global standard is RSA encryption. RSA works efficiently because classical computers are terrible at factoring massive prime numbers. A standard desktop would take millions of years to crack a secure RSA key by brute force. We feel incredibly safe. We think our data is locked in an impenetrable digital fortress. But that fortress is built on foundational math that is about to become completely obsolete. Quantum computing is not just a faster upgrade to your current laptop. It is an entirely different paradigm of quantum physics applied to raw calculation. Massive tech companies like IBM, Google, and specialized startups are racing aggressively to build stable, fault-tolerant quantum machines. When they succeed, the cryptographic walls protecting the global internet will collapse overnight. Threat is not a piece of science fiction. It is an absolute mathematical certainty. The only unknown variable is the timeline. Are we looking at 5 years or a decade? The countdown has already started. You need to understand what is coming. Let us break down the hardware difference. Your current smartphone and laptop run on classic bits. A bit is a simple binary switch. It exists in one of two physical states. It is strictly either a 0 or a 1. Processes all digital information sequentially, computing line by line. Quantum computers operate on an entirely different level using qubits. A qubit relies on the foundational principles of quantum mechanics. Thanks to a strange physical property called superposition, a qubit can represent a 0, a 1, or any complex combination of both states simultaneously. A second weird property called quantum entanglement, and these qubits can share information instantaneously. They do this regardless of the physical distance separating them. This exponential scaling changes the computational game entirely. Just 300 perfectly entangled qubits could theoretically map more physical states than there are atoms in the observable universe. This exact scaling brings us to the ultimate software weapon in the quantum arsenal, Shor's algorithm. Discovered back in 1994 by MIT mathematician Peter Shor, this specific algorithm is designed to do one thing. Factors large prime numbers exponentially faster than any classical algorithm ever invented. When you run Shor's algorithm on a highly stable quantum computer, classical RSA encryption crumbles instantly. A complex mathematical task that would take a modern supercomputer millions of years is completely solved in a matter of hours. The base encryption standards locking down the global financial system simply stop working. This is the massive magnitude of the upcoming structural shift. We are aggressively moving from linear computing to exponential reality. So why does this massive shift matter to you right now? Think about every single digital transaction you made today. You confidently logged into your bank account. You sent a highly secure message to a colleague on a private app. You perhaps bought Bitcoin or Ethereum on a decentralized exchange. Every single one of those routine actions relies heavily on classical public key cryptography. Day, the hypothetical day a quantum computer finally breaks standard encryption arrives, all of these vital systems become instantly vulnerable. Advanced hackers will not even need to steal your password. They will simply derive your secret private key directly from your public digital footprint. Global bank accounts could drain simultaneously in a matter of seconds. Worldwide stock markets could be completely manipulated through forged secure communications. Even worse, highly classified military intelligence, currently sitting safely in encrypted databases, will become open-source reading material for bad actors. The Harvest Now, Decrypt Later strategy guarantees that your past communications are absolutely not safe. A highly confidential message you sent securely 5 years ago is just sitting in a server, waiting patiently to be unlocked. This poses a massive systemic risk to global national security and the fragile digital economy. The upcoming transition to a post-quantum world is not just an optional software update. It is a mandatory structural overhaul of the entire internet. It is a high-speed race against physics, and the stakes are literally everything. The good news is that the smartest cryptographers on the planet are actively fighting back. We are currently entering the high-stakes era of post-quantum cryptography, commonly known as PQC. PQC involves creating entirely new mathematical algorithms designed specifically to withstand brute force quantum attacks. These new defensive algorithms do not rely on factoring simple prime numbers. Instead, they use complex lattice-based cryptography and multidimensional geometric problems. The quantum computer actually struggles significantly to solve these specific math puzzles, effectively leveling the technological playing field. The United States National Institute of Standards and Technology, widely known as NIST, is leading the global charge. After years of rigorous worldwide testing, NIST has officially standardized the very first set of verified PQC algorithms. Massive organizations and tech giants are now scrambling desperately to implement these new defensive protocols. But the global transition will be incredibly messy and slow. Upgrading the underlying encryption of every single web browser, cloud server, and networking protocol on Earth is a monumental engineering nightmare. It is definitely not like flipping a simple switch. It requires years of systematic networking deployment. Old networking hardware will quickly become dangerously obsolete. Legacy systems that physically cannot support these new massive encryption keys will be completely exposed to attack. We are currently witnessing the absolute largest cryptographic migration in the entire history of modern computing. And the critical window to complete this massive global migration is closing fast. The quantum revolution is no longer a distant theoretical concept discussed quietly in academic university labs. It is a very real, rapidly approaching hard deadline that will permanently alter the structural fabric of global data security. Required transition from classical RSA encryption to post-quantum cryptography will undoubtedly be the defining global cybersecurity challenge of this entire decade. As massive quantum processors move steadily closer to achieving full fault tolerance, the initial threat becomes a reality. The harvest now, Decrypt Later encrypted data dumps currently sitting on dark web hacker servers will be fully accessible digital goldmine. We are aggressively entering a new computing era where your data privacy can no longer rely safely on yesterday's outdated math. The entire digital world must upgrade immediately or risk total systemic network exposure. Staying highly informed is your absolute best defense against the coming technological disruption. Here at NeonSync AI, we consistently track the fast pulse of these massive structural shifts so you do not have to. We decode the highly complex hardware breakthroughs that are aggressively reshaping our digital future. If you want to stay miles ahead of the curve and navigate the quantum era with total confidence, make sure you are officially subscribed to NeonSync AI today. Hit that like button right now if you found this high-speed technical breakdown genuinely valuable, and drop a quick comment below. Do you actually think our global internet infrastructure can successfully upgrade in time, or are we heading rapidly toward a massive digital collapse? Let us know your unfiltered thoughts on the timeline. Until next time, stay sharp, stay completely sync, and we will definitely see you right here on the front line of the future.